Hey guys, welcome back to the session. Today we will learn to extract JSON data from REST Web Service Response in Automation Anywhere A2019 and A11. So let's get started. So far we learned that we have a REST Web Service request, and when this request hits the server, we get a response, and this response is a JSON response. And we have created a bot as well to get this response from this request. Now let's say that there is a requirement to extract specific data from this response. Let's say that there is a requirement to extract the value of ID from this response. So how to do that? So there are several ways to extract JSON data in Automation Anywhere. Some of them are to use bots or packages from bot store. For example, we have JSON Parser package, JSON Object Manager package, which are available only under Enterprise A2019 version. And for A11 version, we have JSON to CSV Bot, JSON to Parser Bot, which can be used both in community and enterprise of A11 version. Now, next way to extract JSON data is to write a JavaScript code which extracts JSON data and run that code in Automation Anywhere. And the next way to extract JSON data, which we will use in the today's session, is the string operations. So let's look into string operations in a bit detail. So let's say that this is the JSON response from where we wish to extract the value of ID, that is 711. Now to extract the ID 711 using string operation, we will use the text which comes before 711 and the text which comes after 711. And I will provide the string operation command to extract the value before which ID comes and after which created at comes, and hence the value 711 will be extracted. So let's see how we can do this string operation in Automation Anywhere. We'll look into both the versions A2019 and A11. First, let's jump into the A2019 version. Now this is the REQ-RES website from where we can take sample REST web service. We have used this web service with the get method in the previous session. So in the today's session, let's take this web service, that is the post method, which is used to post the data to the server. So we will take this request and we will post this data to the server, and in the response we will receive the response in this format. So let's quickly create a bot in Automation Anywhere with this request. So we'll move to Automation Anywhere and we'll quickly create a new bot. So for that, let's click on Bots, My Bots, and let's click on Create New Bot, and let's give the name of the bot as Extract JSON Data, and let's click on Create and Edit. Now we are in the Edit Task Bot page. Let's quickly add action for the REST web service. So this is the REST web service package. So here we are going to use this post method today. So let's drag and drop it over here. Let's move to list view of the task. And let's see what all details we need to provide under the post method. So first of all, we need to provide the URI. So our URI is, first we need to take this server name. This is the server name, and then we'll take this request. And next we need to provide the authentication mode. Since this web service doesn't contain any authentication, so we will go with this no authentication mode. In your case, if your web service contains authentication, so in that case what you will do, you will select this drop down, you will select the authentication mode from here. Let's say that your web service contains the basic authentication, so you will choose this authentication mode, and here you will provide the username and password. Make sure that you are providing the username and password in the form of credentials, which we have already learned in the previous session, because it's a good practice to provide sensitive data of the project in the form of credentials rather than providing them in the form of variable or hard-coded value. Next, we need to provide the headers. You can provide the headers by clicking on this plus sign and providing the name and the value over here. Since this web service doesn't contain any header as well, so we'll uncheck this box, and it has already selected the content type as JSON, that is application JSON. And the next option with us is to provide the custom parameters, which is an optional. So custom parameters we need to provide because this is the body which we need to provide along with the request. So we'll copy this from here. Let's copy this from here and let's paste it under the custom parameters. And next we need to assign the output to a variable. So the response which we receive from here, this needs to be stored inside a variable as well. So let's quickly create a variable, and that variable needs to be a variable of type dictionary. So this dictionary is the new variable type which has been introduced in A2019. We already learned this one. And this dictionary variable takes the value as key value pair. So let's quickly create a dictionary variable from here. Let's click on create variable and let's give the name of the dictionary variable over here, JSON Data, and this variable is of type dictionary. Let's click on create and select. So we have provided all the details under this post method. We'll change the authentication mode to no authentication mode since my web service doesn't contain any authentication. We'll click on apply, and now I'm going to add a message box to display the response. So I have added the message box, and under enter message to display, press F2 and let's select the variable from drop down. So JSON data variable of type dictionary which we have just created. Let's select this one, and since it is a dictionary variable, we need to provide a dictionary key as well. Now in the previous session we learned the dictionary key. To get the response body, we need to provide the dictionary key as body. And let's click on yes, insert. And let's click on apply. Let's save this bot and we'll quickly run this bot, and after that we'll proceed further to extract specific data. So let's click on run, and my bot is running now, and we got the response in the message box for our REST web service request. So we'll copy this one from here for our further use. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it over here. Let's close this one and let's close this as well. Now let's add actions in the bot to extract the value of ID from the JSON response. So for that we are going to use string package. So let's see what all we have under the string package. So this is the string package under A2019, and here we have multiple of actions. So we are going to use this extract text action under the string package, which is used to extract a substring between two given strings. So let's drag and drop it over here. And let's see what all details we need to provide under this action. So first of all, we need to provide the source string. So the source string will be nothing but this JSON response which is present under this JSON data variable. So for that, let's press F2, and from this drop down let's select this JSON data variable of type dictionary. And since this is a dictionary variable, so we need to provide a dictionary key as well. Now this response we can get from the body key. So I'm going to provide the dictionary key as body. Let's click on yes, insert. And then we have the options to get the characters. So here we have three options. First is before, second is before and after, and third is after. So we will go with this before and or after, and let's see what all details we need to provide. So since we wish to extract this ID which starts after this text, so I will copy this one and I will paste it under the start after text. Now I'm going to take the first occurrence and I will provide one more condition to satisfy. So I will take and from this drop down, and this ID ends before this text. So I will copy this one and I will paste it over here. So what I'm saying, the value which I want to extract, that is ID, it starts after this text. That's why I provided this value over here. And the value which I want to extract, it ends before this text. That's why I have provided this value over here. And make sure that you are providing non-changing values in the after and before field, otherwise the correct ID won't be extracted. You cannot provide this value because it's a changing value. This time will be changed, this job will also be changed. If I provide another job, let's say that if I provide manager over here, let me show you. In this post method, if I provide job equal to manager, then this will also change. The leader won't be available over here. So make sure that you are always providing non-changing values in the start and before field. So we have provided the source string, we have provided the after and the before text. Next, we need to provide return value if no match is found. So if no match is found, do you want to return the source string or the empty string? Let's say that if no match is found, I want to return the source string. Let's check this box. And I want to select all the characters which gets received. So let's go with this all option. Then we can trim the extracted text. So for that, we'll go with the text option, and then we can remove the enter from the extracted text as well. So for that also, we will go with the check option. Now the value which will be extracted, let's say that this ID which is extracted need to be assigned to a variable as well. So we need to create a variable over here. So for that, we'll click on create variable, and let's provide the name as extracted ID, and this will be of variable of type string, and let's click on create and select. So we provided all the details under this extract text action. Let's click on apply, and I'm going to add another message box to display the value. So let's add a message box, and in the message I'm going to write extracted ID is, and I will provide the variable over here. So for that, press F2, and from this drop down, let's select this extracted ID variable, and let's click on yes insert, and let's click on apply. Let's save this task, and we'll quickly run it to see how it works. And it displayed in the message box the response which we received from the REST web service. Let's copy this one and let's paste it over here. Now in this case, we received the ID as 549. So in the next message box, we should get the value of ID as 549. So let's close this one. And here you see we got the message as extracted ID is 549. So our bot is able to extract the values from the JSON response successfully. So let's close this one. So in this way, we can extract specific data from the JSON response using this extract text action. Now one thing to notice over here is that the values which you provide under this before and the after fields must be taken from the exact JSON response. So what do you I mean by the exact JSON response? Let me show you. So this is the response which we received from the automation anywhere. So this is the exact JSON response. Now we also have a JSON response over here. You see this is also a JSON response, but this is a formatted JSON response to make it more readable. Here you see this created at is in the next line, whereas in the exact JSON response the created at is in the same line with the ID. Also this job leader, all these are in the same line, whereas in this formatted JSON response all these values are in different lines. So make sure that you are using this value, you are using this exact JSON response to provide the values under this before and after text fields. Otherwise, you won't get the expected value of the text which you wish to extract. And now that we are familiar to extract JSON data in Automation Anywhere A2019, let's jump into the Automation Anywhere A11 and let's see how we can extract JSON data over there. So now we are in the Automation Anywhere A11 version. We'll quickly create a new bot. So for that, let's click on New, click on this workbench. And now we are good to drop commands over here. So first of all, let's select this REST web service command. Let's drag and drop it over here. And here we need to provide the URL. So again, we will take a web service from this REQRES website. Let's select this one. So this is the request and this is the response data. So we are going to take this one. Let me show you in this new tab. So this web service gets this response. So I will take this URI from here and let's paste it over here. And next we need to select the method from here. So we will go with this get method, and under the request tab, this is the URI header where all the details has been fetched automatically from the URI. Next tab is for the header. So you can provide the headers if you have any over here by clicking on this add option. Now we'll move to parameters. So under the parameter, we can provide the parameter for URL, post and authorization. So in case your web service contains authorization, so you will provide the values over here. Next we have is the response. So we need to save the response inside a variable. So we need to select the variable from here. So let's select this drop down and I'm going to select this clipboard variable. Let's click on save. And I'm going to add a message box over here to see the response. Let's drag and drop it over here and press F2, and I'm going to select this clipboard variable. Let's click on insert and let's click on save. So we'll save this bot JSON data. Let's save this one and let's quickly see how it works. So we got the JSON response from the web service. Now we wish to extract specific data from this response. Let's see how we can do that. I will copy this one from here and let's paste it over here. Let's press OK. Now from this response, let's say that I want to extract this first name, that is Janet. So let's see how we can do that. So again, we are going to use string operation command. So this is the string operation command. If I expand this one, here we have multiple of string operation commands. We will select this before after. Let's drag and drop it over here. So this is the string operation command where this before after operation is selected. Here also we need to provide the source string. So my source string is inside the clipboard. So let's press F2 and select the clipboard over here. Let's click on insert. So this clipboard contains the response data, and then we need to provide the before and after values. So again from here we are going to provide the before and after value. So I'm going to select this before. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it over here. And under the after as well, I'm going to select this one. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it over here. Make sure that you are not selecting any values which are changing, because the last name could be changed. This email could also be changed. So I have not selected these values which can be changed. And after that we can provide the number of characters to be extracted. Since I wish to extract all the characters to be extracted between this before and after, so I won't provide any value over here. And if the match is not found, I want to return the source string, and then I want to assign the output to a variable. Let's provide the clipboard variable again and let's click on save. Now I am going to add another message box over here. So our bot is ready now. First of all, it's going to hit this web service and provide the response inside the clipboard variable. Then it will display the response inside this message box. Then it will do the string operation to extract the first name, and then it will display the extracted data inside the clipboard. I can also write over here extracted first name is colon, and let's save this one. So we'll save this bot and let's quickly run it to see how it works. So it extracted the response from the REST web service. This is the response which we received. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it over here. Here in the response, the first name is Janet, so we should receive the next message as extracted first name is Janet. So let's press OK, and here you see we got the message as extracted first name is Janet. So let's press OK again. So in this way, you can extract specific data from the JSON response using the string operations both in Automation Anywhere A2019 and A11. And that's all for this session, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and share with your friends and hit the bell button to get the updates on the latest videos. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.